You're listening to Together FM, and today in the studio with me I have Robert O'Connor. Robert, how are you?
I'm good. I can just about see you behind the mic.
You can just about see me. I have a big pop shield and a big microphone here. So Robert, this is a little bit weird. I have a terrible long-term memory, but I remember the first time I physically met you. I knew you online, but the first time I physically met you was being interviewed by you.
Yeah, and I actually don't remember that. I don't remember what it was
remember
about.
that?
I do
It was
remember.
about my music, because I'm a musician as well, so it must
It probably
have been
was
about
about your music, and I
Yeah.
reckon what it was I was in Rathmines College at the time, and I would have been
I do
doing the
remember that.
journalism course,
Yeah.
and we had that radio module. I reckon I
Yeah.
brought you in to fulfil a criteria in my radio
Yeah,
module.
and I don't even remember how the interview went or anything.
I don't remember
No.
the topic. I don't remember. I do remember it happening, but I mean, it has to be 10 years ago.
Let's pretend it's 3 years ago,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're a bit younger than we are, okay? So it was 3 months ago, Robert, 3 months ago.
Like we were 12 or 13 at the time. We were just
We're only
really
12 now.
advanced.
But anyway, we will get back to your media end of things and your presenting end of things later on. You're here as a singer-songwriter and a musician, and you're a very accomplished one, and you're an accomplished songwriter. You're about to release your second EP, is that right?
Second single
Second
of this
single
new.
of
Well, it's not, I
the
suppose
EP,
it's
yeah.
not second. I keep saying to people this is my second single. It's definitely not my second
No.
single, but it's the second single of this year and of this
Yeah.
kind of era, I suppose.
Yeah. You had a previous EP that you released 5
Yeah, I had a
years
previous
ago.
EP
Yeah.
in 2012, and then I did a remix EP of that same project in 2013,
Yeah.
and that was the final. Well, I was going to say that was the final nail in the coffin, but it was basically the last thing I did before I abandoned music altogether.
Yeah.
And then previous to that again, I did, which would have been the first time we encountered each other in
Yeah.
2008, 2009, I did the
Yeah.
full album. And I kind of went out all guns blazing the first time. I didn't take my time the way I am this time.
Yes.
I went
yeah.
out with a full album, and it was much more intensive.
Yeah. And it's crazy because times have really changed the last few years. They do say now that the album is dead. It's all about EPs and singles, especially singles. It's all about singles and music videos and social media and just getting yourself out there.
Yeah, like even if you look at some of the big acts, I think it was One Republic maybe said, and I don't even follow them, but I read a quote that said they weren't going to do any more albums. And even Coldplay said about their last album, this is the
Yeah.
last album, and everybody thought they were going to break up, but it was more a case of, I suppose they just didn't see that format being the one that they were going to carry going forward. And
Yeah.
I do understand that. I think it's a shame because the album, you get to tell a story over a longer period of time, even if it's a short album, 40-minute album.
Yeah.
It's still a body of work, whereas it's really hard to do that with a string of singles. But at the same time, if there isn't a place for an album, or if you're the type of new